Welcome again. This video is going to focus on the setting up process for getting Canvas. I'm going to talk about how courses and enrollment are set up here at CRC, and also take a quick look on where we can get information on Canvas for us as employees. Canvas courses are created automatically, so we don't need to request a Canvas course for them. As soon as an instructor of record is assigned to a class, then within 4 hours the class gets created inside Canvas. The class creation process starts the day the schedule is made public, so it's roughly 2 months prior to the beginning of the term. Enrollment is also handled automatically, and enrollment begins flowing 7 days prior to the semester start date. So it's important to note that the students enrolled in the second 8-week classes or other term classes, the late start classes, those students are placed in Canvas 7 days prior to the start of the semester. So they'll be there the entire time. Student enrollment is processed also automatically within 4 hours as students officially add or drop classes. What will be in place for managing unofficially enrolled students is that we will be able to enroll students in a role called a wait list, and we use the term wait list because we want to be able to see on the list of classes whether a student is officially enrolled in that class. So in other words, the list of students, I should say, we will reserve on the list of students the word student will be officially enrolled students, and if they're unofficially enrolled for any reason, they're going to be this term wait list. So there will be a process. There will be a process that we will go and say that yes, we want to add this person to a class, and they'll be added as a wait list. And then those waitlisted students will be automatically unenrolled from a class every 7 days. No student work is lost if they switch their enrollment right there. If they're in the class as a wait list and they're not in the class, and then they come back as an official student, all their work will be there for them. But again, that will allow us to see that whether they have been officially enrolled in the class. For classes that are combined inside Canvas, there are two special situations I want to cover briefly. One is what's called the waitlisted class, which we have here in Los Rios, where we have certain classes where the students decide what they want on their transcript, but from our perspective as teachers, we're teaching the same class. My favorite example is computer familiarization, which is a CIS class, but it's also a journalism class. Those classes inside Canvas are automatically grouped together. So a Canvas course will have automatically both of those sections, as we call it. And then in addition, we can manually cross-list any classes that we want that we're teaching. And the manual cross-listing is something that occurs inside Canvas. It is available for a limited period of time. It's roughly a week and a half prior to the start of spring, prior to the start of summer, prior to the start of fall. The reason why it's limited for those time periods is that the privilege to enable cross-listing is either on or off for the entire server. And the cross-listing process pushes the enrollment from one class into another. And the enrollment goes, but none of the work goes. So you can imagine the risk if it's in the middle of the semester, you've got students who have done work, and you want to cross-list, and if you accidentally cross-list your courses within the current semester, then all the student work gets lost, and it's a pain. And so that's why we have it limited, again, to those three periods each calendar year. To access Canvas on the CRC website, there's a link that says e-learning. That will go directly to the Canvas login page beginning in spring of 18, right, because we are switching 100% to Canvas then. If I go to the faculty and staff page for us, there's a link to distance education and web developments. That's our department. So that is where all of the Canvas training, resource, help materials are. That's a good first place to go, including, if I go to the distance education, and then we'll have a Canvas support link on that homepage there. So the Canvas support has a link to the Canvas login page, and also has, again, information on all kinds of things for us using Canvas, including training information, the course creation enrollment process I just talked about, that's detailed there. The Canvas login process, so if I click on that link, I'll go to the Canvas login page. This actually is single sign-on, so if you log in On this browser, you'll be logged in concurrently to both Canvas as well as Los Rios Google apps. So for us as employees, we use Google for Google Drive. Also, we can use it for Google Sites. Our students have Google email, so they use Gmail. So again, we have this thing called single sign-on now. When you log in with your standard username and password, you can, you'll be logged into both systems. Before I log in, actually, I want to mention that the Google Apps help, the Canvas instructor and student guide are both there. For contact the Los Rios help desk, that's there, so we can get help before we log in. We do have 24-hour access to Canvas help. So that's a service that we are providing for both us and for our students. Any questions about how to use Canvas, there's a phone number. It's on that Contact Los Rios help desk. It's also available inside Canvas. And the help is, it's about Canvas, so it's actually instructor employees who answer those questions. But they do know how to get other information. So if a student calls and says, I need help with registration or resetting my password, they'll be able to direct those students to the appropriate location. And if you call and ask them what our college mascot is, they should know, because I told them. So I'll go ahead and log into Canvas. And I'm going to talk briefly now about the Canvas environment itself. On the left side of the page is what's called global navigation. This is always visible to users when they're logged in, including a link to help. And there's that 24-hour support phone number that I talked about. Also on help, students can contact us with questions. This will generate an email to us if they fill out this form. The help page includes the links to the Canvas guides. So this is instructors' documents on how to do stuff inside Canvas. They're very thorough. They do a great job with their guides. They keep them constantly updated. And that's also an entree into the Canvas community, which is an online location where anyone who uses Canvas anywhere in the world can participate, propose ideas, ask questions, engage, and share their experiences using Canvas. Instructor employees are also very active in the Canvas community. Finally, on the help desk, there is a link to report a problem to Los Rios, so that'll generate an email internal to the district. To request a sandbox or development course, which you can do at any time. A sandbox course is a regular Canvas course. The difference is that there will never be students officially enrolled in it, and it's very easy to copy material from one Canvas course to another. Finally, on the help page is a link to request an LTI integration. LTI is a technical standard for transmitting data from one system to another for learning purposes. So publishers are a great example. They can integrate directly with our Canvas courses. Other LTI, and we've already enabled some LTI integrations in Canvas for Los Rios, including some publishers. If you need help or if you hear about additional LTI integrations, you can actually fill out a form there, and that starts the process of evaluation that we go through for that. Also on global navigation is a link to the Canvas Commons, which is a place where you can create a learning object inside Canvas and share it with other Canvas users, or again, find what other people have shared. This is a tool for personal communication within Canvas. It's like an email. There's a Canvas calendar where any assignments are automatically put on the calendar. The calendar is subscribable so that our students can add those calendar events to their personal devices, whatever. Courses list your courses. The dashboard is your favorite courses. And then finally on account, on the account page, you can do things like add a profile picture. You can also add any contact method to your account. So you can add a non-Los Rios email address, you can add a cell phone number, and you can choose, this is as an instructor or as a student, our students can choose to receive notifications of Canvas events through whatever method they want. So they are empowered to engage with this as they wish. So what I've done is talked briefly about the Canvas course setup, also the Canvas login process, as well as the Canvas global navigation and some of those resources that are there.